allegations of misinformation. Mr. Botswana chairperson Thomas Nkoma says some of these attacks are amplified by individuals occupying senior public office.
Such conduct is unacceptable in a constitutional democracy. Of serious concern are reports that Radio Botswana broadcaster Litumeletse Mnsusa was removed from the Masasele morning program following a tightly controlled broadcast centered on the Constitutional Court. If confirmed, this constitutes a direct assault on editorial independence and represents political interference within the public broadcasting.
Madagascar has ended a 16-year ban on new mining permits for most minerals, although gold permits will continue to be suspended due to regulatory issues. The moratorium was in place since 2010 to review mining governance and legal frameworks. Mining is vital to Madagascar's economy, with key exports such as nickel and cobalt. The Minister of Mines emphasized that lifting the permit suspension is essential for legal operation within the sector. Extractive Industries, a Transparency Initiative, ATA, reported that in 2025, about 1,650 mining permit applications are pending. And finally, the former CNN anchor Don Lemon has promised that his arrest in the U.S. will not stop him reporting the news. Federal agents arrested him and 3 other people in connection with a protest that took place earlier this month in a Minnesota church about the federal immigration crackdown there. The BBC's David Willis has the details.
Don Lemon has been charged with civil rights offences. He has been released on bond on condition that he doesn't travel outside the United States, with the exception of a pre-planned holiday in June of this year, and he must also not make any contact with witnesses to that particular incident in Minnesota. And the next hearing is scheduled to take place in Minnesota a week on Monday.
And a recap of your top stories. The UN Secretary General has pointed to the continued escalation of violence in South Sudan, most recently in Jonglei State, which has caused many deaths, injuries, and the reported displacement of 180,000 civilians. Now, for any stories you would like to share with us, please send an email to newsroom@channelafrica.co.za or call us on +27 11 714 4459. For Channel Africa News, I'm Nosipho Zuma.
SABC News, the African perspective. This is Puleng Molebatsi on Channel Africa, every weekend mornings to inform your weekend activities.
Good morning. It's Out and About right here on Channel Africa, the African perspective, the girl behind the mic, the voice that you're listening to. And for those that are streaming, the girl that you're seeing on your tablet screen, your phone, the TV. How else can people stream, I wonder? Wherever that you're streaming. It's me, Puleng Molebatsi, with you until 12 midday on the show that's all about the good things, right? We love good food, we love good music, we love good clothes, we love good shows, we love good days, we love good vibes, we love good parties, a good book. So I got all of it right here on this show. I try my best to make you forget about the week that was and just let you embrace what Saturday was originally meant to be, where it's okay to even forget who you are. It's fine. As you get older, you start creating this identity around yourself. Oh, I'm a responsible this. Oh, I'm a da 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 da. How about you just rest for a little bit while you are with me? You'll pick up later. Is that a deal? Because if it is, I am all in. So from now, we're going to be looking at our taste the culture, where we get to know a little bit about a specific establishment. And we get to be the judge. We decide if the food is good or not. So today we're going to have bachan in this hour. It's a Korean restaurant. And then we'll do our DIY, where we look at gardening tips for the beginning of the year. If you haven't started one and you're looking to start one. And in our health and wellness, we are talking about the daily routines that we can do to maintain our mental well-being. So we're going to have clinical psychologist Angela to talk about that with us. And as we head towards top of the hour, we are going to be having a conversation which is just around what is going on and where you can catch that vibe. It is centered around what we call a vibe check. So I don't know, you can call us the plug in that regard, and you'll find that at the top of closer to 11 o'clock. And we're going to have our artist of the week later on. And our weekly finds will tell you what we found and where it belongs. And look, guys, please don't be selfish. Credit us if we give you something that you didn't know, and it gives you bragging rights when you get to a certain area or when you meet certain people. We're just asking for credit, not much. We're going to take a break now, and then, of course, music just to kickstart your Saturday morning. And then we get into the DIY side of things.
Africa Update on Channel Africa with Lulu Kabu.
Congolese President Felix Tshisekedi has now accused Rwanda of violating the peace deal. Are you surprised at this latest accusation? This is literally days after a signing a ceremony, so to speak.
This is not surprising. I mean, if you ask Paul Kagame, he would also say almost the same thing. One should ask a question. The broker of the peace deal, President Trump, what is it that he wants? Why now? And why is this peace deal being signed in the Americas and not in the Great Lakes? Paul Kagame has never respected Tshisekedi, as often say. Tshisekedi must deal with the problems in his country. He has nothing to do with it. So this peace deal, obviously, when it was signed, one just looked at it and said, this will not last.
Kenny Matiba, former journalist.
Africa Update with Lulu Kabu, 12 to 1 p.m. Central African Time. Download the SABC app and take Channel Africa with you everywhere you go.
Really wanna make you my wife. Sub-serious, ish. Like sinner, malume kopa khapa lobola ya 5 stina. Now that I have your attention, look, I ain't got a car or a mansion, but a nigga is handsome type. You ain't gotta carry us with looks. Nale wena, nigga, it's a couple in where we shook line. So let us push by. Undercup it, but tell me you look nice. Keep them guessing what that shit look like. But one for the books. All I'm trying to say is that I'm aging. I'm tired of running around with all these ladies. It's time to settle down. I know this might come off a little crazy, but for when I got like this lady, girl, you got the crown.
My life for the first time, stole my heart, on my chest, lived a butterfly away. You still gotta love me. And if you move like a thug, baby, I won't judge. Give me a kiss and a hug, tell her what you must away. Getting hammered now.
Her name is Puleng Molebatsi, and she's on Out and About.
Make a new life for you. I've been in love with you since I laid eyes on you. Yeah, I wanna take you to the moon. Put stars for your roof. Ball you like politician. Reason I the hustle daily 2K. Girl I the trick, make a time my shoelace. Your body nice and you make a man brand new. Make a day your size is a wrong. If me know they cool, come put all the fire, fire on me. Fire on me. Oh your desires on me. Come with the fire, mommy. Fire, fire on me. Fire on me. Put your desires on me. Come with the fire, mommy. Fire, fire on me. Girl, I know go act like I'm Messiah. Man, I make mistakes, no be kumbaya. I go na matata, but I aim high. You never speaking for this. Your story never updates. Girl, I fall like see your face. But I'm 1,000 miles away. Fire, fire on me. Fire on me. Put your desires on me. Come with the fire, mommy. Fire, fire on me. Fire on me. Put your desires on me. Come with the fire, mommy. Fire, fire on me. That way to the top and we no go fucking drop. Nobody go fear than us. We sound like bees in a pod. Fire, fire on me. Fire on me. Put your desires on me. Come with the fire, mommy. Fire, fire on me. Never speaking for this. Your story never updates. Girl, I fall like see your face. But I'm 1,000 miles away. Fire, fire on me.
Your Saturday escape starts here. Join Puleng Molebatsi on Out and About on Channel Africa.
Right, Fire on Me by Black Bones. It's a single, sounds so amazing. You know, sometimes you listen to it and you're like, how come I didn't know this song? Sounds amazing. And before that, it was Loud Kiss with Where. It is 17 minutes past 9 Central African time. Let's get into how you can get your hands dirty. This time, literally, because we went to the garden. Now, home gardening has become an increasingly popular in terms of hobbies for many, more than just a hobby. It allows people to actually plant fresh produce in the comfort of their own homes and making it more comfortable to navigate the food and the economic crisis. Today we are joined by a home gardener and sustainable growth influencer, Hlengiwe Mtambo, founder of Tandike Garden Lifestyle. Through her online platforms, she teaches people how to create and maintain a healthy and abundant home garden. She joins us now to give me the tips because I need the tips. Hi, Tandike.
Morning. How are you?
I'm good. How's your Saturday morning?
I'm good. Thank you so much for having me. It's great. Yeah, I've had a hectic morning already. I've got many routines, including meditating and exercising and all that, but it's been great.
When you do, when you're like an avid gardener, do you, does it become such sometimes you find yourself in the garden okay, but I didn't plan to be here, but I'm here. So it becomes sort of like who you are. It's like when I wake up, I go straight to the coffee machine. When you're like a gardener, do you just find yourself in your garden?
You do. The garden is always calling. You actually hear a lot of homestead gardeners call the plants their babies because that's how intense the relationship is. You love them unconditionally, the same way you would love your babies. You just want to take care of them, you check on them all the time. Yeah. But it's also therapeutic.
Yes.
So I guess it's mutual. So you also benefit from being in the garden.
Because my late grandmother, may her soul rest in peace, miss her so much. She made sure every morning, whether it's winter, because she would wake up before all of us, and she would go straight to the garden. And I was like, you know what, this routine no one will ever interrupt, because it just feels like it's more than just being there with her garden. It feels like it's her thing, her unique thing. But Thandi, let us take a break. We are going to get into the work that you're doing. I'm actually very curious to see how big your garden is. All right, out and about us, we're going to take a small break. I continue with Thandi K on the flip side.
Got something to say? Are you passionate about issues that matter? Do you have a voice that deserves to be heard? Well, we've got the perfect platform for you. Call in or drop us a WhatsApp on +27 63 406 9126, and we will call you back so you could have your say and be part of the conversation.
30 years of age. I just turned 30 on the 15th of November. So that's who I am, you know.
It's not just talk. It's your chance to air your views, share your opinion, engage with the community that values your perspective. Follow us on our social media. Visit our website at www.channelafrica.co.za and get ready to share your views on Channel Africa, the African perspective. Her name is Puleng Molebatsi, and she's on Out and About.
All right, today we're taking to our gardens and our DIY, and we're talking to Thandi K about what she's doing. Okay, so she actually does a lot of sustainability in terms of she doesn't just make beautiful creations in her garden, but she's also very much passionate about sustainability. Thandi, just want to find out where your love for gardening began, because that's actually will assist us in terms of painting a very full picture of where you are right now. When did you start developing the love for gardening?
No, absolutely. So it actually started in 2020. Mm-hmm. How ironic, because 2020 is a perfect vision. So it started in 2020. I've always loved the outdoors. When COVID happened and we were stuck indoors, at the time I was staying in an apartment, I was so frustrated. And I realized, okay, all of these activities that I'm always attending on the weekends, like I'd go to parks, gardening type of restaurants outdoors. And I was like, but why can't I have that at home? And I actually bought my house during COVID when people were losing houses. I decided I'm going to buy a house, and I want a house with big enough space for me to have a garden. So initially, it was not even for food. So initially, it was just I need space where I can make my own botanical garden, pretty, have picnics there. I do love picnics. If you look at my page, you'll see I do a lot of picnics at home. So that's how it started. But I think spending so much time touching the soil, walking on the soil, I just started to remember things. And I was like, I think this is how we're meant to live. And then it also allowed me to just heal my inner child, because I did grow up, from the age of 12 to 22, I grew up in an informal settlement. So we actually lived in a shack. And we were, it was severe poverty. And my mother had actually forgotten that when we lived in a village, she had her own little garden. So I was born in a village, and we left when I was 12. And for some reason, we just got caught up, I guess, I don't know, you want to call it the matrix. And because she didn't have money, we went hungry. So all of these memories came back when I was spending time in the garden. So it's very sentimental. That's why it's called Thandi K, because actually Thandi Upera is my mother. So my name is Shem Dambo.
Oh, because I was
so
wondering.
It is to honor. Yeah. So it is to honor her teachings, but it's healing. And I actually thought there's no way I can keep this to myself. Like I have to share it. So I'm very passionate about it.
Okay. So we should address it as Hlengiwe, not based on your social media.
Yes.
Oh, okay, Hlengi. So then what would you say are some of the plants that plants or herbs that you would be that would be perfect now? Because I think people are inspired by what you do, but they're constantly asking themselves questions, things like what plants, herbs or crops would be perfect to plant right now at this particular season.
My advice is, I'm a bit of a rebel. So when I started my gardening journey, I used to traumatize a lot of gardeners online because I don't like following rules. The soil is your best teacher. There is no right and there is no wrong, only lessons. And what I also I don't necessarily like telling people what to do, because somebody could actually discover something that all of us don't know, because we're all doing the same thing the same way, but actually maybe there's a quicker, better way that can yield. So play with the soil. It's very generous, it's very forgiving. But my advice, if you want to know what to plant, look at every time when you go to the supermarket, what do you buy? What are you consuming? You need to grow what you're consuming. So you don't just grow for the sake of growing. So most of us would go to the shops weekly. So just look at what are the things that are always in your fridge or always in your cupboard. Start with those things. Like, whether you can't cook without onions. Now you should have onions in your garden. You love spinach, then okay, so look at what are you consuming and start with those, and then it's going to grow from there, because you don't want to also just grow things that you're going to waste. The most important thing when you are starting your journey is the soil is your provider. The soil is the womb, because that's where everything grows. If you take care of the soil takes care of you. That's the relationship. How do you take care of your soil? So before you start out, because unfortunately when the soil is just left exposed to the sun and you're not growing anything, it almost kind of dies and loses its essence. So you need to revive it. And you can do this for free, guys. I know people think gardening is expensive. It's not at all. So whatever you are consuming, like let's take food scraps. I don't like putting cooked food on the soil though. So if you are eating fruits, fresh fruits, and then all of those peels, you put them on the ground, because that's free compost. That's manure. The fallen leaves from the tree. People say, because there's no, that's actually compost. You collect all of that. Grass clippings. If you don't have grass and you have a neighbor or somebody who has grass, and we usually cut grass every week, you can make an arrangement with them, and you take that grass, you can dry the grass. If the grass is wet, you put it under the ground, because then you cover it with the soil, that's compost. But if the grass is dry, we call it mulch. So you basically use it to protect the soil from the sun, because the sun is harsh, very harsh. So especially in summer. So you can actually cover your soil with dry leaves. It also just helps with things like slugs, because how you know that your garden is alive and thriving is it's going to start inviting other species. If nothing is eating your food, you shouldn't eat your food as well.
I like that.
That's a sign that it's not organic.
Yeah. Okay, thanks. We are about to wrap up. How do we maintain these plants and make our home garden sustainable? We want to be on your level, Tina Futhi.
How do we maintain these plants and be able to make our home garden sustainable? Okay? Like if we think in long term, if you have to give me a long term solution for what I'm about to start. Yeah. So in terms of sustainability, because remember there's basically a cycle here. You need to follow the life cycle. So whatever you are consuming, nature doesn't waste anything. So if you can just align with nature, like that example I started around using food scraps, grass, and all that. So how you can sustain it is just remember that everything you consume, you plant, whatever you consume, it goes back, because most of the fruits and vegetables, they actually they produce seeds. You save those seeds. Like right now, a lot of people are eating fruits, right? Now is the time to actually start your fruit trees. You have no business buying fruits, because the seeds from the fruits that you're consuming, you put them on the ground. That is sustainability. In summer, we are fortunate that it rains. Collect rainwater. A lot of people have space, get a Jojo tank, collect rainwater, connect your Jojo tank to the gutters, put gutters in your house if you have. If you don't, guys, go old school. just take buckets, put things outside, collect water the way our ancestors used to do, and you keep that water. Because when it rains, you're not going to obviously need to water your garden every day, which so we do. We really need the rain. So you can sustain it that way. And in low temperatures, you don't need to garden it as much. So typically, I would water my garden, I don't know, twice a week. But in summer, I have to do it every day. But fortunately, when it rains, I really don't have to, because let me tell you guys, the work that the rain will do for you. If it rains, you can use the municipal water for 2 weeks. The rain will just take 1 day. It will do all the work that the municipal water would have done in 2 weeks. It will just do it in 1 day. So do collect rainwater for sustainability. But do not throw away the seeds. If you want a sustainable garden, and then you can maybe just also get a compost bin if you live in the urban areas where you don't have big land. Get a compost bin. It doesn't have to be anything fancy. You can just get a bucket, put all your food scraps in there, and you mix them with soil. They'll turn into compost, and it's free.
All right, thank you so much for those tips.
That's sustainability. Yeah.
Thank you so much for those tips. Have a fantastic day going forward.
Thank you so much. Thank you for having me. I hope this was helpful.
Very, very helpful. It is my guest. Now we're just wrapping up our conversation. I think what Lengi was trying to drive at is that it is not complicated. It's not rocket science. It is the basics. So when you are venturing into that journey, remember this. Just go back to the basic. Nature will always give you what you need. That was Hlengiwe Mtambo, founder of Thandi K Garden and Lifestyle. It is now 9:31 Central African Time.
Stay tuned to Channel Africa. Stream us on our new and updated website, channelafrica.co.za.
Clarity is clear to see. It's time we confronted the situation in front of us, and I think it's time we talk it out and forget all the fuss. And if it's not me, I'll have to understand, and I'll be out your way. No drama involved, but if you feel it's me, if you feel I'm the one, you're gonna need to make a way for me to see. But as for me, you're the one, and in my heart, time will come till the end. I'ma always be right by your side. But as for me, you're the one, and in my heart, time will come till the end. I'ma always be right by your side. I know you're the one. I know our time will come. I feel you in my heart. I see you in my dreams. I keep you in my prayers. I think it's time you admit that I'm the only one for you, yeah. And I think it's time you let go of all your fears and just trust me, babe, 'cause I know you are. And I know this isn't what you're meant to do. You have pure intentions, what is the issue? So just open up and let me see inside. Maybe you should just put your pride aside. But as for me, you're the one, and in my heart, time will come till the end. I'ma always be right by your side. But as for me, you're the one, and in my heart, time will come till the end. I'ma always be right by your side. I know we can make it, baby. Take a chance on me. Let me show you good times, baby. Take a chance on us. Take a chance on us. But as for me, you're the one, and in my heart, time will come till the end. I'ma always be right by your side. But as for me, you're the one, and in my heart, time will come till the end. I'ma always be right by know time will come. I feel you in my heart. I see you in my dreams. I keep you in my prayers.
And it's Elaine this morning on Out and About. Man, we miss her. Last time I checked, she was back in South Africa and living or making music in South Africa. But either way, we miss her and we need to see more of her and hear more of, if anything, if you tell her, I would love to sit down with her. Maybe over Korean food, asazi. Now let's get into our taste the culture. Korean cuisine, K-food is rapidly growing in popularity across Africa, particularly in the Saudi, driven by K-pop, K-dramas. The wave, it's creating demand for spicy, fermented, and healthy options like kimchi, bulgogi, and bibimbap. Love these names. Okay, we do have the guys from Bachon. It's a Korean restaurant in studio, and they are a family-owned and operated eatery. They serve authentic Korean cuisine and delicacies with a hand of mom's cooking. Kimchi, tofu, majority of sauces and marinades are made in-house. This smells really good. Hi, thank you guys for coming. I have in the studio Jamie Young, who is here with, is that your sister?
Yes.
Oh, what's her name?
Her name is Taun.
Okay, with her sister Taun. And Taun, please come show me how to hold these. I know you're taking content, but come stand here. I need her to, because this has been my biggest challenge, like for years. So before we get into what is in front of me, which is, it smells amazing, the food, how do I survive these?
So I think the point is, you first rest the second rod of chopstick between your thumb and here, your
these two,
the ring finger.
Oh my goodness!
Okay, let me actually position.
My fingers are lazy.
Chopsticks. There we go. And then the first one would be between.
And then where does this one? Okay.
There we go.
Oh.
And then, so think of it as this one is resting here. Only the first one is doing the work.
Oh.
So you want to, yeah, there we go. That's the logic. So you hold this chopstick with these three fingers, and that's how you do it.
Okay. So let's say then I wanna hold this. Oh,
there we go.
Ooh, I did it, guys, after how many years of the struggle. If you see me at Ocean Basket, just know that I've been using my hands, but now that we are here, thank you. So let's see if I can sustain this. Thank you so much for coming, ladies. The food smells amazing. Jamie, when did you guys start your family-owned restaurant?
Thank you. Hi. Thank you so much for having us today. So yeah, my family started Banchan 10 years ago in 2016 in April.
Where?
So we started actually down the road from our new premise in Parkmore. Yeah.
Okay. So this is dumpling, eh?
Yes. We call it mandu.
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 It feels like a spring roll-ish. It's got like cabbage or something, or like
So it's got a lot of vegetables inside. So it's got cabbage. So you're very right on that. It's got like glass noodles inside. It's got the Korean chives, garlic. Korean food uses a lot of spices. Yes, it's quite flavorful in your mouth.
Okay. But it feels a bit dry. Shouldn't I dip it in some sauce? Should I?
It does depend on the person. So there is some kind of sauce. Usually soy sauce if you want to dip it in and want extra flavor.
Did you guys bring some soy sauce?
Not today.
I saw some sauces, unless I'm imagining things. Okay, let's get to Bachan. I mean, look, Korean food, I was telling you off off air that my daughter just loves everything Korean.
Yes.
Stray kids, food and everything, and she's a master of this as well. But she could never really teach me. I want to talk about what you're seeing, because it is blossoming in the African continent. The people that walk into the restaurant are the reflection of that.
Definitely. So, for example, so when we opened 10 years ago, just to give you background of my family as well. So we moved to South Africa, sure how long, 23 years ago.
Oh.
And then for 10 years we were doing our studies. And then my parents in between, they were doing, actually they had 3 branches of Korean pizza and Korean chicken. Like 18 years ago. And then I think it was too early. Nobody knew about Korea. And when we opened Banchan 10 years ago, not many people knew about Korea or Korean food. It was before any of this K stuff.
K-pop.
K-pop, K-drama. So we actually spent a lot of time trying to promote Korean food. So I used to go to neighborhoods market as well. But it was the turning point, I would say, was from COVID. So, you know, when we had the lockdown, I think that's when people digged into Netflix and discovered a lot of K-dramas and K-pops. So before then, guests would come in, like they would walk in and we would go and introduce food, explain different foods. And after COVID, people came in asking, do you have this? Do you have that? And also the age range is so big. So you have like grandmas coming in.
Yeah.
And you know, we discuss about their favorite actors. We have from young people to old people. So yeah, definitely.
What is this?
That's kimchi.
Kimchi. Tell me about what's in kimchi.
So kimchi is fermented napa cabbage with a lot of spices like garlic, ginger, chili powder, chilies, often fruit purees, and you salt it, and then you mix it with those spices and you ferment over time. So there are different types of kimchi that you sometimes ferment 2 weeks or sometimes even months. And it's very, very healthy. It's rich in probiotics. And I also see a lot of restaurants in South Africa right now, a lot of chefs, local chefs, they're introducing kimchi to their menu. So we're very excited.
And this is tofu.
And that's tofu. That tofu is special, and I can guarantee that tofu you won't be able to taste anywhere else.
Okay.
Because...
take me through how you make it.
Not many restaurants make it, right? So what you do, you soak the soya beans in water overnight, and then you grind them, and you like make it into like a soya milk, and you boil them, and you kind of coagulate. It's kind of like making cheese, very similar to the way of making cheese. And we don't use any preservatives or chemicals. So you only use strong vinegar and salt.
Okay.
And when you boil it together, you get the tofu forming. And then now you just put some pressure and it becomes that nice firm tofu. It tastes very, very different from like those factory made ones.
And it takes a lot of time.
A lot of time. A lot of it's very sensitive, because if you wait a little bit, it boils like in the matter of 1 second, 2 seconds. So you have to be like on there at the moment.
Okay, so I would like to find out more about the Korean flavors, you know, what we haven't touched on so far. What makes Korean flavors so distinctive?
So I think that's also a lot of people's questions, because when people come in, they'll always ask like, what is the difference between Chinese and Japanese? As for Korean food, what makes it quite special, first of all, our food is quite spicy.
I haven't tasted the spice.
Oh, we toned it down today.
Oh no, you shouldn't. I love chilies.
Really? Oh no. So yeah, so our food's quite spicy, and one thing about food is we don't do a lot of frying. So we do a lot of boiling. We are called like a nation of stew, so we love our stew.
Yeah, this is very good.
Yeah, even with vegetables, we would rather blanch it and mix it with spices. So we are considered very healthy food.
This is tasting very good. So what did you bring today? There is tofu, which I tasted, there's kimchi, and then there's beef strips.
Yes. So that beef is called bulgogi. It's a thinly sliced sirloin that's marinated in bulgogi sauce, which is made with soy sauce and puree and those things. It's a very traditional dish. That was one of the dishes that used to be served in the King's Palace as well. So you usually serve it for very important guests, and I brought it today because this is a very important day for us.
Yeah, I don't know if I should hold it up for people that are watching now. This is the tofu side. And the beef. You said it's beef what?
Bulgogi.
Bulgogi.
Yes.
And then there's the kimchi. It tastes really good. There's dumpling, and then there is I always forget, and it's such a cool name. I like using it, especially when I'm like at a Korean restaurant. But you brought the chicken.
Yes.
two different kinds of chicken.
Yes.
My gosh, it's a lot of chicken. So take me through, are these like dunked?
Yes. Yeah, the idea is the same. So we call it Korean fried chicken. So in short, we do say KFC, and sometimes we try to be a bit since it's the new KFC.
It is KFC if you look at it. It's Korean fried chicken.
Yes.
Yeah.
So what makes Korean fried chicken very special is actually the sauces. In Korea, we have a lot of shops that just sells Korean fried chicken, and there are thousands of different sauces.
Oh my word.
Yeah.
Okay. So that must be like, you really have to have. So what sauces were used, especially in this one that looks glazed?
Yeah, so for today I've brought, so we, at the restaurant, we've got 4 sauces. So we've got the classics, which is the spicy sweet, which I brought today.
Yeah.
And then soya garlic. And then I brought the chili mayo as well.
That's for the dipping.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So we usually like drizzle on top of the chicken for you, and with the jalapeno. That's a very spicy sauce.
This
you
one?
like the spice?
Is this very spicy?
Very spicy.
Okay, I'll be the judge of out of 10. I'll tell
go
you.
easy on this one. And that's the fiery red. So that's a gochujang based sauce, which is the fermented chili paste.
So between these two, which one is hectic? Which one is fighting
Which is more
the
spicy? Chili mayo.
This one.
Yeah, it's lighter in color, but it's deceiving.
Retlabona. Okay. I haven't got into the chicken, but there's also just a quick one. There is. I've drifted away from pork, guys. Also, it's something that I haven't declared because I went on a weight loss. A lot happened during that journey. I even don't eat pork anymore. So this is pork.
We call it kimchi bokkeumbap, which means kimchi fried rice.
Oh, kimchi bokkeumbap.
Yes.
Okay. Smells really good. We're going to get into the chicken. It is 14 minutes before 9 Central African time. I've got the ladies from Bachan in studio. It's Jamie Young and his sister. Her sister who taught me how to use these. I'm so proud of myself, doing very, very well. I think let's take a small break so that when we come back, we can really get into the jiggy.
Got something to say? Are you passionate about issues that matter? Do you have a voice that deserves to be heard? Well, we've got the perfect platform for you. Call in or drop us a WhatsApp on +27 63 406 9126, and we will call you back so you could have your say and be part of the conversation.
30 years of age. I just turned 30 on the 15th of November. So that's who I am, you know.
It's not just talk. It's your chance to air your views, share your opinion, engage with a community that values your perspective. Follow us on our social media. Visit our website at www.channelafrica.co.za and get ready to share your views on Channel Africa, the African perspective. Ahoy, matey.
Captain here to help, right, boys?
Set sail with us on a digital voyage like no other. Channel Africa has a treasure trove of awesomeness. That is our website and social media pages.
Tell me, why are you here?
We want you to be part of our adventure.
The winds are changing, Captain. And this time...
Imagine a world where curiosity knows no bounds, where entertainment meets enlightenment, and where every click leads to the African perspective. Visit us on our website, www.channelafrica.co.za, or follow us on Instagram or On X at Channel Africa 1. Go on, like us on Facebook at Channel Africa 1. So, spread the word. Tell a friend that Channel Africa's online variety is what they need on the web. Channel Africa, the African perspective. Out and About comes to you every Saturday, 9 till 12 noon, Central African Time.
Say it one time, say it 2 times. All these other motherfuckers, don't waste my time. No time for quanta. I know what this loving where we don't start yet, it must reach out up. I see my life in your eyes. You beat my heart up. You bring so much vibration, oh wow. You are the one I choose. No need to try and guide our destination. I know that you're the one just for me. No explanation, boo. 'Cause I want you in my life, in my life. I don't want nobody else. I don't want nobody else. I need you in my life, in my life. I don't want nobody else. I don't want nobody else. Nobody, 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 don't want nobody. I don't want nobody. I don't need nobody. Found your loving better than anybody. You were the one I was praying for. All of my life I've been waiting for. You stay, I'll be staying for you, baby. I see my life in your eyes. You beat my heart up. You bring so much vibration, oh wow. You are the one I choose. Don't need to try and guide our destination. I know that you're the one just for me. No explanation, boo. 'Cause I want you in my life, in my life. I don't want nobody else. I don't want nobody else. I need you in my life, in my life. I don't want nobody else. I don't want nobody else. Nobody, 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 don't want nobody else.
No One Else by Tome. And we're still very much indulging in Korean food, Korean meals this morning. I like how diverse my breakfast is. You never know what you'll wake up to on Out and About. And I'm always ready. But I make sure that when I leave the house, I don't eat anything so that there's plenty of room for food. So this, I like the sauce. And Jamie was right. It's chili, but it takes its time. It starts and then you're like, nothing. Then it's like, go, matswale, it comes in. So Jamie, let's talk about, you spoke about like many sauces.
Yes.
But then how do you narrow it down to the best one?
Mm-hmm. Well, it is a very personal preference thing, but I always say go for classic. And that's the one that I brought you today, that orangish color. And it's called Spicy Sweet. And that's like the classic, the typical sauce that you would have when you go to Korea and you order chickens. Always a number one on any menus.
And you make it?
Yeah, well, we make everything in-house.
Okay. No, it's very, very good. Also there's this theatrical approach to Korean food while the indoor grills. How does this enhance the eating and the experience? Would you then title that the ultimate experience?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, so I think good thing about Korean, so we call it K-barbecue or Korean barbecue.
K-barbecue.
Yeah. Well, with Korean barbecue, the idea is that we bring you raw meat. So every table would be equipped with like a indoor bra facility.
Okay.
And we bring you raw meat. And together with meat, it always accompanies with different condiments like sauces and a lot of vegetables. And good thing about the Korean barbecue is that it really brings you to the table. You do have to grill the thing. And it makes it very interactive between families and friends, which I think makes it fun.
I'm loving the sauce. You can see that's the only thing that I'm not straying away from. Wow, that was very good. My goodness, that's very, very good. Very good. That for you to really enjoy the sauce, you guys, you must be in it.
Yes.
I haven't tasted this one. Like, you must really, really give it time. It's amazing. So what's the best seller? Like, what's the star of the show?
Of the menu in our restaurants?
Yeah.
Well, our best seller is the Korean barbecue and the Korean fried chicken. The new
Korean
KFC.
barbecue.
Yes.
And what's in the barbecue?
In the barbecue, we've got 3 different meats. So we've got pork belly, and then we've got the 2 marinated beef. One of it is the one that I brought today, which is bulgogi, and then we have another one which is called sogalbi, which is marinated beef short ribs. I want to pronounce all the names, Mara. Like, are they all, like, everything has a name. Beef bulgogi. Bulgogi. Yes.
I know that. Just like, man, if I remember all of it, I'm not sure if I could. What are your social media handles?
Yeah. Our social media?
Yeah, social media handles.
Well, I don't know. Handles?
How do we find you guys on social media?
On
social media, Jamie.
I'm so blanked out today. Our handles. Okay, it's Banchan _Santan.
I wonder what Banchan means. I know it means something.
Yes. So actually, Banchan means side dishes. Okay. I get quite shy when I say this.
It means dishes.
Side dishes.
Side dishes.
So like condiments. So the context of condiments or side dishes in Western culture it's a bit small because it feels like something on the side.
Yeah.
But for us, side dishes is the main thing about the meal, because what makes Korean food really interesting is that, especially with home food, is that you have a lot of stuff. Like your fridge is always filled with banchans. So kimchi is a banchan, and you know kimchi is like our soul food, and we have to have it on the table all the time. So we wanted to create that with the name.
All right, guys. Jamie, Eon in studio from Banjan. It is we still have 4 minutes. I just geniusly this morning as you're talking thought, South Africans, not just South Africans, are gonna love this. Guys, I've got a title for you guys. It is February. Oh no, it's the last day of Jan today. Going forward, it's 2026, new trends, new vibes. I'd like to give you a new one.
Oh, okay.
For your side dish.
Okay.
Call your side dishes banjans. Yeah. So it's like a code. It's like a girl and a bro code now. If you don't want to say my side dish, or my banjan over there. How you doing, banjan?
I actually like that very much.
And I patent it on air, you guys. Please make sure. What's the time? Let me just record this. 3 minutes before 10 o'clock, I gave y'all a terminology for 2026 for your side dishes. Your banjan. After this, call your banjan and ask them how their night was. Okay? Let me have my banjan. Thank you so much, guys, for coming.
Thank you so much.
It is Out and About. We have to take like a small break and then we'll go to the news.
Start your Saturday escape starts here. Join Puleng Molebatsi on Out and About on Channel Africa. Love music, love culture, love life. Then you will love Channel Africa.
Yeah. Me up on a team, hey. Boomba and Stone Cold. Yeah. Brown skin girl, wine for me. Take lap, don't chase money. If you go, I greet mommy. I greet mommy, yeah. it's not funny. You know I get money. Bad girls, they fall for me. But I can see something inside you. And I want to explore what defines you. I can see something inside you. Hey, if you let me in your life, you be those I'll be tried. Nobody fight past you. Madi dede, so bad, so bad. Nobody fight past you. Madi dede, so bad, so bad. For your body, I'm addicted, addicted, I'm addicted. For your body, I'm addicted, yeah. Too bad, too bad. For your body, I'm addicted, 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 addicted. I'm addicted, addicted. Too bad, too bad. Girl, I am serious. I see the love in your eyes.
It is top of the hour. It can only mean one thing and one thing only. Let us go to the 10 o'clock news. We continue with more out and about stuff after this.
SABC News. The African Perspective.
Your headlines. UN Secretary General points to continued escalation of violence in South Sudan, and South Africa's inclusion in AGOA hinges on the decision of the White House. Good morning. I'm Nosipho Zuma. The UN Secretary General has pointed to the continued escalation of violence in South Sudan, most recently in Jonglei State, which has caused many deaths, injuries, and the reported displacement of 180,000 civilians. In a statement, Antonio Guterres expressed alarm at inflammatory rhetoric targeting specific communities and the announcement of expanded military operations. He warned this would further harm civilian population who were already in a vulnerable situation. Sharon Bryce Peace reports.
The Secretary-General also voiced concern regarding the impact of the escalating violence on an already dire humanitarian situation. The government of South Sudan earlier reported that 250,000 civilians were already displaced due to the ongoing conflict in just the first few weeks of 2026. Guterres called on all parties to protect civilians and ensure access for the safe delivery of humanitarian assistance and the security of United Nations peacekeepers, humanitarian personnel and their assets. The UN chief called on the government of South Sudan and opposition forces to take immediate and decisive action to halt all military operations and de-escalate the situation through an inclusive dialogue.
The U.S. Senate has approved an extension of AGOA as part of a package of appropriations bills to fund the government. The extension is until the 31st of December this year. Earlier, the House of Representatives passed legislation for a 3-year extension, but the lower house is not likely to adopt the Senate's measure. The program has been giving eligible sub-Saharan African countries preferential access to the U.S. market since 2000. Sharon Bryce Peace reports.
The 1-year extension leaves a mere 11 months of the free trade agreement in place that is currently still undercut by President Donald Trump's reciprocal tariffs imposed on African countries, including South Africa. The U.S. Supreme Court is weighing the legality of those tariffs after 2 lower courts ruled that Trump overstepped his authority by imposing the trade levies. The administration earlier signaled it was in favor of a 1-year extension of AGOA, while lawmakers have stressed that the president retained the power to include or exclude countries from the program. At least one Republican senator has already argued for South Africa's exclusion from the program.
Madagascar has ended a 16-year ban on new mining permits for most minerals, although gold permits will continue to be suspended due to regulatory issues. The moratorium was in place since 2010 to review mining governance and legal frameworks. Mining is vital to Madagascar's economy, with key exports such as nickel and cobalt. The Minister of Mines emphasized that lifting the permit suspension is essential for legal operation within the sector. Extractive Industries Transparency Initiative reported that in 2025, about 1,650 mining permit applications are pending. And finally, Israel has announced that Gaza's Rafah border crossing each will reopen on Sunday for people to pass in both directions. It's seen as important a development as the U.S. brokered ceasefire plan between Israel and Hamas moves into its second phase. The BBC's Yolanda Neal reports.
The Rafah border crossing has long been seen by Gazans as their gateway to the world. But since Israel seized control of it in May 2024, it's been largely closed. Numbers expected to pass through each day will be limited, but the reopening will raise hopes for thousands of sick and wounded Palestinians seeking to leave Gaza for medical treatment and others who want to go home from abroad. Members of a Palestinian technocratic committee due to take over day-to-day running of Gaza with oversight by the International Board of Peace will also be able to enter via Rafah.
The former CNN anchor Don Lemon has promised that his arrest in the U.S. will not stop him reporting the news. Federal agents arrested him and 3 other people in connection with the protest that took place earlier this month in a Minnesota church about the federal immigration crackdown there. The BBC's David Willis has the details.
Don Lemon has been charged with civil rights offences. He has been released on bond on condition that he doesn't travel outside the United States, with the exception of a pre-planned holiday in June of this year, and he must also not make any contact with witnesses to that particular incident in Minnesota. And the next hearing is scheduled to take place in Minnesota a week on Monday.
A recap of your top story. The UN Secretary General has pointed to the continued escalation of violence in South Sudan, most recently in Jonglei State, which has caused many deaths, injuries, and the reported displacement of 180,000 civilians. In a statement, Antonio Guterres expressed alarm at inflammatory rhetoric targeting specific communities and the announcement of expanded military operations. Now, for any stories you would like to share with us, please send an email to newsroom@channelafrica.co.za or call us on +27 11 714 4459. For Channel Africa News, I'm Nosipho Zuma.
SABC News. The African Perspective. This is Puleng Molebatsi on Channel Africa. Every weekend mornings to inform your weekend activities.
Minutes past 10 Central African Time. Out and About is the name of the show. Puleng Molebatsi is the name of the girl. How you doing? Saturday mornings are all about the ba. I remember growing up, I had this very stout cousin who just made sure that when they wake, they will wake everybody up. So this is me waking you up. Bam, 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 bam. Wake up. Bam, 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 bam. Oh, bam, 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 bam. Puma. It takes a lot. To wake everybody up. By now, I hope everybody's awake. 7 minutes past 10 Central African Time. So in this hour, the food was really good. Thank you so much, Jamie and sister from Banchan, for bringing food. Told you guys a new name. Hey, don't say I didn't do my due diligence, because I did. 10:20, we are going to have a conversation around wellness. So what are we unpacking today? Today, we are talking about daily routines that we can do to maintain our mental well-being, right? We're going to have a clinical psychologist, Angela Day, who is going to break down the ABCs of our daily mental health. Oh, you're going to need it because life is so unpredictable. You never really know what you're going to bump into. Later on, Relebohile Monwe, known as Simply Relay, is a university student who always knows where the vibe is. She uses her TikTok, Instagram, as well as Facebook pages to talk about events and does reviews on events that she goes to. Relebohile will be in studio, or will be joining us in studio rather, to talk about where the vibe is. these days or today or this weekend. You know what I mean? After 11 o'clock, it's another ball game, and we're going to have our artist of the week. Then later, we are going to have a conversation around weekly finds.
Out and About with Puleng Molebatsi. Ahoy, matey!
Captain here to help, right, boys?
Set sail with us on a digital voyage like no other. Channel Africa has a treasure trove of awesomeness. That is our website and social media pages.
Tell me, why are you here?
We want you to be part of our adventure.
The winds are changing, Captain. And this time...
Imagine a world where curiosity knows no bounds, where entertainment meets enlightenment, and where every click leads to the African perspective. Visit us on our website, www.channelafrica.co.za, or follow us on Instagram or on X at Channel Africa 1. Go on, like us on Facebook at Channel Africa 1. So, spread the word. Tell a friend that Channel Africa's online variety is what they need on the web. Channel Africa, the African perspective. Start your day right with Channel Africa Breakfast.
That smells delicious.
Live, 5 days a week.
She get away they trouble me, oh. She just dey bust my brain. She dey say she want my sugar cane. She dey twist my dress. Can you sweep yourself? Can you turn me up? And I'm in the grace for your body, so. Tell me what I've done to you. All I did was got to love for you. Tell me I'm the one for you. Tell me I'm the one for you. Tell me if I'm the one for you. Tell me I'm the one for you. Because of you I sing this song for you. You made me go Iskama, Iskele, Papa, Ilele, Iskama, Iskele, Papa, Ilele. I never told you that I never had no feelings. All this time I told you when you thought I was kidding. Ooh, it's like me. But you're killing me, that ass like a baby. She got that ass like a baby. Ass like a baby. She got that ass like a baby. She got ass like a baby. Give her. She won't put it on the table. Ah, give me some of my label. Give her. Every time she available. Ah, follow my head, oh yeah. Follow my foot in the table. Follow my two baby, no yeah. Follow my available. Follow my head, oh yeah. Follow my foot in the table. Follow my two baby, no yeah. Follow my available. I'm
Africa is evolving. Experience our new mobile app. Free to download, free to connect.
What's up? This is KO, Mr. K. I'm Connor Garden. Right now, you're listening to Channel Africa.
Channel Africa. The African perspective.
Mañana karikotimo marame. You been the one, my love. Diamond walking molly. Chinelli ne wash the coli. Only because simplicity. Bimbo like it poli. Your ex-man looking at me funny and I got it to me. Mong I'm jelly gucci masing kube. I'm different thing funny bube. Nyazo song marang nandaba. I can put you on. Wanna go nyala, tangle in the mouth, I'm on just my London. Speaking up a share, see him at my London, baby, want me. Mas lila na mono, my kid, one sweet. Better tell him it's more than love, this land and see. Lo lie, really super. Bigger when I wait, don't never look me. I shot it past, you told me lumte. Cause you know I want you.
You touch me, baby. Ebasihlukanisa uthando lugcwele ngicela ubapheke izitele ozigcwele ungavumi izingene athi ngikusete uthando lakho mina ngawe ngigcwele ngiyakutshela sange bangifaka umoya ngawe ngayifela mangithi ngiyaphuma ngiyofuna amasela uze wena nomndeni wami nibedese kala ngikufuna ngayithela manje usungowami inhliziyo ifudumele phela amaphutha ngalingasitest njalo manginawe ngizizwa ngiphelele ngithi uthanda mina phela kungashintshi yangisanganisa fana nawe angekaphinda bekhona kulelizwe kukhona okuthize ngathi ngikuhlile ungenza ngibize ngithi uthanda mina phela kungashintshi yangisanganisa singanqoba nebhizi ngayihlanganisa kukhona okuthize ngathi ngikuhlile ungenza ngiphile ngithatha ungibeke ebasihlukanisa uthando lugcwele ngicela ubapheke izitele ozigcwele ungavumi izingene athi ngikusete uthando lakho lumenza ngishelela
angicabanga wena njalo sengaba novalo oh baby lalela isikhalo awusathe I know outside lami luzokula njalo mana ngijabula njalo without you girl I feel incomplete I'm trying to fall back take the lead I'm trying my best can't you see I guess you anything no
I think said Nana ilungithatha ungibeke ebasihlukanisa uthando lugcwele ngicela ubapheke izitele ozigcwele ungavumi izingene athi ngikusete.
Guys, do you understand what sete is? I wonder if sometimes we wonder, what does sete mean? You know who sete, guys, is when someone akphethe kahle, akutshwere gantle, soft. It's KO with Youngster on sete there, and before that we had one day call with Somi So. It is 18 minutes past 10 Central African time. Yes, of course. You don't even have to ask. You can talk to us anytime. We are always very interested to hear what you have to say on social media, Instagram as well as Facebook or TikTok. You know, wherever you are, you'll find us at Channel Africa 1, and we'll also be on your DSTV bouquet. If you tune in right now, I promise, on the DSTV bouquet, channel 802, you'll find us there. And on OpenView, it's channel 628. Alternatively, on our Channel Africa app, you'll find us right there, as well as the SABC Plus. And we're always interested to find out what's in your mind. What do you like? Or maybe waiting, you go to this very cool spot and it's your vibe. We want to actually find out about your vibe. The best parts in the continent are the ones that are most hidden. And that community will make sure they hide that place so that, it becomes very exclusive. You can even tell us on WhatsApp, +2783 288 6684. That's where we are. We take a break. When we come back, we get into the matters of health and wellness.
Gender-based violence is destroying lives and tearing communities apart. It happens in homes, in schools, at workplaces, and too often in silence. But it doesn't have to continue. If you see it, speak out. If you are hurting, reach out. Because doing nothing is not an option. Listen to all 19 SABC radio stations from Wednesday, 23rd of July for hard talk, discussions, advice, dramas, educational shows, and interviews around GBV with experts, survivors, lawmakers, and the whole country affected by gender-based violence. For all your favorite SABC radio stations, call 0800 428 428 to report abuse or get help. GBV, it ends with you. This message is brought to you by the SABC. Explore the continent, one story at a time. It's Out and About with Puleng, Saturdays, 9 till noon on Channel Africa.
All right, let's get into our health and wellness. We do have Angela Day on the line. Today we're talking about what she calls the ABCs of just working on our mental well-being on the regular, so that we're able to show up for life, man. It's one thing to be fit physically, right? And then you find that you haven't really stroke you haven't really struck a balance with clinical psychologist Angela Day. And today we really are getting into the daily routine that help us solve our individual challenges, as well as get on top of our mental health. Good morning, Angela.
Good morning, Puleng, and hello to everyone getting ready for the weekend. I'm so happy to be here with Out and About to talk about something that I know that we all care about, but don't always prioritize, and that's our mental wellness. Yeah.
Okay. I like what you call the ABC, because you break it down in the most unburdened way, because I think the reason why we get overwhelmed, we feel burdened by our thoughts, things that are happening to us, and also just trying to always find the meaning. What does that mean? What does it say about me? Who am I? Where do I fit into all of this?
Well, I know that we're all familiar with our skincare routines, that skincare routine of like cleanse, tones, moisturize, and then sunscreen, right? But what if we treated our minds with the same gentle daily care that we did our skincare? Because just like glowing skin, a calm mind isn't built in a day, right? It's shaped by small, consistent habits. And so today I'd love to share the ABCs of a simple, doable mental wellness routine. No pressure, no perfection, just practical ways to feel a little bit lighter, a little bit more grounded, even on the tough days.
Yeah. Okay, let's get into them.
Okay, well, the ABCs as I see them is A for awareness, B for balance, and C for connection. Got that?
Yes.
A for awareness, so start by checking in with yourself. Just 1 minute a day. We're talking simple stuff, How am I really feeling today? No judgment, just noticing. That small pause is just a first step to understanding your emotional rhythm. And then balance. Balance isn't always about doing it all. It's about doing what nourishes you. So prioritize sleep, gentle movement, moments of joy, even 5 minutes of stretching or just sipping tea mindfully, being focused, being present. Counts as balance. And then C for connection. So reach out even when you don't feel like it, right? a text, a call, something quick saying, I'm thinking of you, to someone that you care about. Connection is one of the most powerful forms of emotional care that we can do. Yeah. So, okay. So if we were to take it back like skincare, if we say cleansing is like letting go of your daily stress, like when we journal, we breathe, we name our emotions. Moisturizing would be something like daily self-care. When you go into gratitude, when we do movement, it doesn't have to be like big movement. You can work up to those things, but just getting the body moving, a walk, focusing on small joys. And then the sunscreen part of it would be similar to like if we were to focus on the protective boundaries of being self-aware. So that creates your emotional shield. So, we look at a simplicity of mental health programs like that. And you wouldn't skip your moisturizer just because your skin had a breakout. So don't skip self-care because you're having a hard day, which we sometimes do. We stop focusing when we starting feeling overwhelmed, but that's especially when we need to start to go back into our routine. And the more you do a routine is the more you'll feel out of sorts when you're not doing that routine. Yeah.
Okay. I think because of just how overwhelming the responsibilities can be of a job, and when you get home, there's still those separate responsibilities, and you're just like, I just want to sleep. So when do I check in with myself? Is it just before I get out of bed, or just before I go to work?
I don't know if sometimes your listeners have an alarm that wakes them up, but that's one thing. If you do have an alarm that wakes you up, maybe something that wakes you up gently, something that inspires you, something that makes you feel good. There's so many options out. If you don't use something like that and you do wake up naturally, then maybe even before you open your eyes is the first moment that you recognize consciousness. You kind of start to frame what kind of day do you want. You start with the beginning. You start with the end in mind. So before you even open your eyes, you just start to envision today is going to be a great day. And then you fill it in working backwards. Visualization is an extremely powerful tool. And so even if there are parts of your day that are not aligned with what you are envisioning, if you have a strong vision, you find that you don't focus on the bad things that are happening because you are fairly directed and intentional on the way that you want to feel. So therefore, the way you show up with things that are occurring around you, you have a different sensitivity to them. You create more space. Yeah. And then sleep, eh? You just talked about when you get home from work sometimes and you're just tired. Sleep is an extremely important part of mental health. Without proper sleep, our brains really start to shut down. And the studies are showing that we really process all the chemicals, all the thoughts that are happening within our brains during sleep. So there's so much study out on sleep right now and how important it is. Yeah.
So what are the noticeable changes that I will start to see, Angela, once I start practicing these steps daily?
Well, I think, it's a combination of things. Those are the ones that we are in control of and that we can do for ourselves. I think maybe that's an important distinction. You start to see what am I in control of, and hopefully you'll start to also pay attention to what you're not in control of. And thus, the more time we spend on the things that we are out of control of, we feel out of control. And the more we spend time on the things that are within our control is the more grounded we feel, the more safe we feel, the better judgment we make, the better boundaries around our capacity that we create, and thus an outcome should be better relationships and a better quality of life.
But then would you say this is a one size fits all approach? If not, how do we then adjust based on our own individual needs?
Well, you don't have to fix your feelings. You just have to notice them. And that's where the individual healing begins. It's a journey, it's not a destination. And thus, we're talking about routines, and human beings love ritual. We are creatures of ritual. And we also like to feel safe. So again, not necessarily a one size fits all, but as human beings, I think we can all reflect on, I am a better person. I can show up with more intentional thoughts when I feel safe. So the idea is, within each of our own environment, how can we connect with that sense of groundedness, that sense of feeling safe, and the journey of getting to know yourself, honor yourself, and thus that allows you more capacity to show up for others and other things that you'd like to enjoy, again, to enhance quality of life. Yeah.
Thank you so much for those tips. That's what we have on our health and wellness today with my guest Angela Dane. We're just looking at what she calls the ABCs, and it's okay. I don't think there is a set time for you to get to what you feel has been progress when it comes to these things. It's really just about trying. And there was clinical psychologist Angela. Thank you so much. All right, and it is now 10:30 Central African time. We're chatting about how to create a routine where you check in with yourself about your mental state, and that also just kind of also contributes to the emotional side of things as well. Hey, as you get older, you learn so many things about yourself in life, and that doesn't mean you are wrong. You're on the wrong track. It's A-okay. Let us take a break. We will continue shortly.
From dusk till dawn, Channel Africa Radio is your soundtrack to life.
Mr. Flavor. Go and tell them. Papi chulo, Adeshi, stand like a tuso, Adeshi. Yeah, me now pounds and dollar, yeah. Yeah, me want a big $1, yeah. Make you go ask Dr. Dollar, yeah. My people want the rabbi, yeah. What shall they profit, man? If the rabba no day, and the timbalaba no day, and you cannot do do. Timaya come neko, no time for jo, no time for meow. If you know day, you know day. If you didn't day, you didn't day. Maybe send account number. No time for jo. Adeshi, go and tell them. Adeshi, Papi chulo, Adeshi, stand like a tuso. Everywhere, marama. All my girls, milli. Oshe kwanya wari agota. You dey play, you dey show. If we show, you gon' know. Everywhere, sarambara. Oshe kwanya wari agota. Odeshi, papi chulo ni jale. Everywhere, Joe. Ukwachili na five from Burakafe. Odeshi. $1, yeah. Yeah, me want a big $1, yeah. Make you go ask Dr. Dollar, yeah. My people want the rabbi, yeah. What shall they profit, man? If the rabba no day,
Timbalaba no day, and you cannot do okay.
Yoko. Tibaya flavor, yeah. What she for we side? Yoko. Tibaya flavor, yeah. What she for we side? You get there. Hey, you get there.
Your Saturday escape starts here. Join Puleng Molebatsi on Out and About on Channel Africa.
I told you, man. It's King Tick Pandemics.
Chimani pass a piece of mine. She got a man, but he had no mind. The pass a love, baby, don't be stingy. The way he phone now, can't you see? Baby. Osani see you, no see long way. Baby. Osani panga, chipuba, Superman. Nini na power, monga Superman. I'm gonna protect you, monga Superman. Nina olimba, monga Superman. Give you what belongs to Caesar. To Caesar, baby, I'm the leader. You what she touch it, deliver. Give you what belongs to Caesar. To Caesar, baby, I'm the leader. Deliver.
Chocolate, a big baller. My lady's coming to want more. She love the way I put it down, but even more, she love my aura. Shake like thunder, beat like drama. This right here is a la casa. Somebody please call emergency. The way the girl is hurting me, yeah. I like her, she a freak. My wife, she a keeper. No one like her, she a sniper. My type of ghetto diva. I like her, she a freak. My wife, she a keeper. No one like her, she a sniper. My type of ghetto diva. Superman, shawty say you want a Superman. Baby, you know you a superwoman. So you and I could be the super friends. Baby, I'm a lover, baby, I'm a pleaser. Give it to you hard, never will I tease you. Eat it like salad, call that a season. So when I'm in Rome, you should follow the leader. Give me what belongs to Caesar. To Caesar, baby, I'm the leader. You a cheat that check, deliver. Give me what belongs to Caesar. To Caesar, baby, I'm the leader.
Superman, Nini na power monga Superman. I'm gonna protect you monga Superman. Nina olimba monga Superman.
Superman with your maps, and we also took a track called Odeshi, and it was by Timaya Flavor as well as Young Alpha. It is 10:38 Central African time. We're going to get into our gig guide with Relebohile on the vibe check, looking at just what all of these events deliver in terms of their vibe. I'm going to be talking to Relebohile Monwe, known as Simply Rele, and is a university student who always knows where the vibe is. I like that. Like, I wish I was that girl when I was in varsity. And I remember me and my friends would try to get into events, and I remember this one time we managed to get into an event and it was so epic. We didn't have TikTok. You guys are lucky, you've got TikTok. We only had Facebook and Twitter. People talk about MySpace. I was never on MySpace. And then there was this vlog called, I forgot, man. But this lady, she did such a good job. Zaleps. And we used to go on to her vlogs to check events, like socialite stuff. Hey, that's a story for another year. If I could talk about varsity and trying to get to events and talk about events, it was something. We're going to take a break now. When we come back, Relebohile and I are going to unpack certain event. We've got quite a bit, there's also Strictly Soul. Hey, the one I went to in December. Epic. We'll touch base on this. And many more.
Ritmos e Cultura com Jacob Tivani.
Meus ouvintes do Ritmos e Cultura, hoje em linha com uma das grandezas da música moçambicana, porque não? Ele que é um dos kings da marrabenta, uma bermuda in the building.
É um prazer enorme estar a fazer parte deste programa. Deixe-me só saudar. Boa tarde a todos os ouvintes que me ouvem neste preciso momento. Meu nome é Uma Bermuda, de Alau Fanelo Estarapo, Gás de Água da Canhela é Mabiscato. Eu vou saudar de uma maneira diferente. Ah, titavuya mwanango, tiduma tifika giane. Ah, titavuya mwanango, tiduma tifika giane. Ani motive lo baba yena otiva mina haikonama. Ani motive lo anona yena otiva wa himbo watwa. Cá estou eu, irmão, para conversarmos, para falarmos um pouco de tudo. Estou aqui, estou aberto. Eu estou muito feliz porque é a primeira vez que eu falo nesta rádio, falo para os ouvintes, então estou muito feliz.
Ritmos e Cultura com Jacob Tivani. Todos os domingos, das 20 às 21 horas.
Her name is Puleng Molebatsi, and she's on Out and About.
Now, Relebohile Mono, as known as simply Relay, is a university student who always knows where the vibe is at, and this is Vibe Check. She uses a platform Instagram as well as TikTok and also Facebook to talk about events and does reviews on the events she attends. Relebohile joins me now in the studio. Relebohile, good morning officially.
Good morning.
So how robalo good events in it?
Ish, how robalo.
So do you sometimes feel pressured to go? Because if you don't go, like, you won't have the review.
Sometimes yes, but usually when I do an event and I talk about it, just that one event, then I know I should go. Because people then come to me like, Rabatla review, where's the review? Yeah.
Why did you choose this life? You remind me of my friend Len. He's now in Cape Town. Hey Len. He was that. He was like, I just want to events, la 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 la. Why did you choose? Like, what influenced you to do that?
I don't know. It's just one video that blew up and then everything just started coming out.
What event was it?
No, there was a video I did last year in August.
For what event?
Every event that was happening in September and October.
All the events.
It was just a 4-minute long list
of
all the events, and then people saw, they were like, okay, no, we love this kind of content, please keep pushing, keep on bringing it.
So you are not like intentionally being like events girl.
No, it just happened. Exactly. And now I'm here.
Are you loving it?
Too much. It's fun. It's fun. I get to meet amazing people on the way. I get to make connections. It's really fun.
Which varsity did you go to?
That one, I don't put it out there in the public.
How? Are you not proud? Like, I remember now, it was like, I got a this, I got it that.
It's like some personal information kind of...
Okay.
People just know I'm that girl. They don't even know if I actually go to varsity.
Okay. I'm confused, but okay, girl. Let's get into the events, okay? Okay, so we've got Strictly and Soul, which I actually enjoyed last year, Strictly Soul. Oh, no, I went to Everyday People. Why would I go to Strictly Soul? It's because it's done by the same guy, Akio.
Oh, yes.
I went to Everyday People. But Strictly Soul is coming because, of course, February is the month of the love beats, so they say. Tell me about the vibe with that particular event, and why do you think ladies love it so much?
You know, ladies love love songs, R&B. We are all in our feelings, especially now that it's the month of love, Valentine's, like you said. So if you're someone who loves R&B and soul songs, Strictly Soul you'll definitely enjoy it. The vibes are always nice. So yeah.
You've been to how many of these Strictly Soul sessions?
Strictly Soul, just one.
Which one?
Sometimes, like,
is it only in Rosebank?
No, there's many.
In Joburg?
No, in Joburg it's just that one. Yes. Then there's Cape Town. Yes.
Oh, okay. What stood out? What did anything stand out for you then?
It's just the vibe. I'm always there for how the songs that they choose, how the people are feeling. That's all about it.
But sometimes you don't feel like hey, Mara, this party is whack. They are hyping it on social media, Mara, it's whack. Because I feel the rooftop beach club in Bram, it's a lie. It's a lie.
Really?
Don't let those social media reels tell you. Because when you go there, it's not no. That is a lie.
I think with every event, it depends on which event you go to. Like what event is being hosted on that particular place.
Also, it's subjective. I might say it's a lie. Someone else will come and say, what do you mean? That's a vibe.
That's a vibe.
But let me be specific. In terms of space, it's actually smaller than it looks, guys.
Yes.
So let me help you with that.
Yes.
The rooftop beach club in Braamfontein is smaller than how it looks on the videos, because probably they're using very good depth of field or whatever camera. But yeah, it's smaller than what it looks.
It looks like, yes.
Bread for Soul sessions, I've never been. Have you been?
It's for mostly house music lovers. People who love deep house music, they would definitely love Bread for Soul sessions.
Yeah.
But I mean, it's open to anyone. If you're open to listening to house music the whole night, then you can go.
What music do you listen to?
Me, everything. Every genre.
Okay.
My playlist is always on shuffle.
Yeah.
Every single time.
Yeah.
Yes.
And then Kunya is coming, which I've never been, and I've always wondered, is it worth going to?
Too much.
7th of Feb.
Too much. Kunye is like you going to Balcony Mix. If you've been to Balcony Mix, you'll definitely love Kunye.
Haven't been there.
Really? You should.
I've never been to the Balcony Mix either. Not sure.
Those are the biggest festivals you need to attend.
Yes, that's why I feel like I forget Kunye, and I hear about it. Mara, when the time comes, I forget. Then next year again, I'm like, oh no, I forgot this one. Have to do it. And then there's Sunset Sunday, same as Everyday People. It's a Sunday soul session.
Yeah, Sunset Sunday. Obviously, it's usually any genre. You can find house, you can find hip hop, you can find amapiano. So it's like a normal everyday event, but it also still stands out. Yeah, it's also one of the big events that we have here in South Africa.
And then Anything Goes.
Anything Goes also has, if you know Corona Sunsets.
Yeah.
Yes, they're also under like Anything Goes. Anything Goes also advertises for them. So
is Anything Goes an event, or is it like a platform for events?
It's just like a platform
for events, ne?
Yes.
Oh, because I was wondering, they always send me emails. I'm like, what is Everything Goes? What is that?
So yeah.
I don't know if you know about the Beat live on stage, the one that takes place in Nairobi, Kenya.
Oh,
are you only just focusing on do you only just do local ones? Have you done like international?
I haven't, but I do have some DMs when people ask me, do you know anything about this? Because sometimes you do look at the comments and people would be asking about so many other different places. Then I have to go out and do my research and then just give it to them.
Okay, which international vibe do you wish to go to?
I'm not sure.
No, it's this one that people always go to every year.
There's
Afro something.
There's so many. I think a lot of events, international events, they're like in the UK. So you need to have money. You need to prepare for it properly so that you can go. Yep.
All right. So which one do you look forward to this year specifically? We have got those set events that never change. We know
that never change.
Come August, this one is coming, or come November, this one is coming.
The one I'm mostly excited about, I've been planning it like last year. I've been talking about it last year. Is the party that I have on the 28th of Feb. I'm looking forward to that.
Is it your birthday?
No, it's just a celebration, a TikTok celebration, hitting 100K.
Oh,
like we're celebrating the small things.
You just celebrate the viewers, the followers.
Yes, so people must come and enjoy.
Grace Mondlana uyentse taba jwale.
I'm telling you, we in the taba, so now I'm gonna follow Wellerin.
Yeah, like what was she celebrating last year anyway?
Her achievements, and she
Yeah.
said everyone's achievements. It was like a year-end function for her.
Yes. And then when I will celebrate the 100K.
Nigga celebrate
100
100K.
Makaset.
Oh yes, yes.
Okay.
So it's that. Then we have big events like Kota Festival that's happening every single month.
You like that?
Yeah, I do. Actually do.
For Mukaba purposes, I don't go there. I don't go there.
You won't, hey? You won't get Mukaba, because also it was one of the events that scouted me. Viral District was the one that saw me, and they're like, we love you. Please come to be part of the team. So now I'm part of Kota Festival team.
So when they invite you, they give you free Kota and free alcohol? Or like, how about it? What do they get? What do you get in return?
Food, VIP access, backstage access. All that.
Okay, that's cool. That's very, very nice. Okay, so you're saying you're part of the what district?
Viral District.
Viral District. Okay, let's take a break. Nalwen, are we going to wrap up this conversation shortly after this?
Okay.
Ahoy, matey!
Captain here to help, right, boys?
Set sail with us on a digital voyage like no other. Channel Africa has a treasure trove of awesomeness. That is our website and social media pages.
Tell me, why are you here?
We want you to be part of our adventure.
The winds are changing, Captain. And this time...
Imagine a world where curiosity knows no bounds, where entertainment meets enlightenment, and where every click leads to the African perspective. Visit us on our website, www.channelafrica.co.za, or follow us on Instagram or on X at Channel Africa 1. Go on, like us on Facebook at Channel Africa 1. So, spread the word. Tell a friend that Channel Africa's online variety is what they need on the web. Channel Africa, the African perspective. Got something to say? Are you passionate about issues that matter? Do you have a voice that deserves to be heard? Well, we've got the perfect platform for you. Call in or drop us a WhatsApp on +27 63 406 9126, and we will call you back so you could have your say and be part of the conversation.
30 years of age. I just turned 30 on the 15th of November. So yeah, that's who I am, you know.
It's not just talk, it's your chance to air your views, share your opinion, engage with a community that values your perspective. Follow us on our social media. Visit our website at www.channelafrica.co.za and get ready to share your views on Channel Africa, the African perspective. Get Channel Africa on DSTV Audio Bouquet. Channel 802.
I'm still chatting with Relebohile Monwe, who is a lover of a lover of a good time, and we're talking about the events that she's attended and what she thinks about these events. And she's known as Simply Relay on social media. What are your social media handles, madam?
As Simply Relay or Relebohile Monwe everywhere. Yes.
Okay, where do you come from?
Yeah, so many places.
I thought Relebohile doesn't want to talk about herself. Like,
I come from so many places, different places. I grew up in Carltonville in the East End. Then I moved during high school to the Free State in Vicksburg. Then I came back to Joburg. Now I'm here in Joburg. But when I say home, usually I just say Lesotho because I'm Sotho.
All right. Okay. All right. You're saying you're going somewhere after this. Where are you going?
I'm going to Makota Pitori. It's in Centurion Mall. So, yeah, the vibe, Kelvin Momo, Zinumalo, Kosazana daughter will be there. So, yeah, you know the vibes.
Good luck. I used to be that girl. I don't do that.
You don't do that anymore.
If it doesn't have a salary attached to it, you will not see me. But because I think I've kind of done this for kind of like a long time, it does get exhausting.
It does.
Man, there's only so much partying one can do in their lifetime. Yo, hi, boo. But anyway, girl, do your thing. And I think when you are at your peak or when you are just in your entry phase, that's everything. And you have to do it.
I have to
go all in. All right, thank you so much for paying us a visit.
Thank you so much for having me here.
And right, again, you're going to be having a good time today. So, yeah, I mean, do it on our behalf. It's 6 minutes before top of the hour, 11 o'clock Central African time. Music coming your way after 11 o'clock. Our artist of the week joins us in studio. And then, of course, our weekly finds will follow just before we wrap up the show.
6 decades strong, Channel Africa continues to inspire Africa and the world, proudly sharing
the African perspective.
Her name is Puleng Molebatsi, and she's on Out and About.
What? Open up, I know you there. Brother! 3 months light on red, that's it, brother. 3 months light on red, that's it. You evicted, boy. 12 o'clock you're out tonight. Otherwise I'm locking you up, brother.
Gangsta, gangsta. Gangsta love, gangsta. Oh, we got that gangsta love. Nothing can come between us. I know my best, just walk through my water. Let me hold you down, baby, let me hold you down. Let me show you how much sugar over now. Where's all
Ngasifela ngesiponono samaningi yekele Sweetie ngikunika konke ngokwami yadiyelede Ubatshele ngendlela lesigebeng siyilwelele lesinayo Hayibo labo bhari bebethembe Ngihlale ngisendleleni nengiyazi ukuthi uhlala uzibuza Mhlambe nginama-substitute Trust issues nama-excuse My love for you's untouchable Ngiyafunga nasi it's true Emtana umuntu dala wehle Unyuka nami lokho khereza uphande upress Upusha nami I'm blessed Cause you the one I guess Ipupho lami selifezekile Senses vumelwano for better or worse Akukho kuzohlukanisa Kodwa all these ludicrous rumors Abantu babhizi bekhuluma sis Never let these bunch of lunatics ruin this Truly it's you I wanna spend my future with
Nothing can come between us. I know my best, just walk through my water. Let me hold you down, baby, let me hold you down. Let me show you how much sugar's over now. Where's all
Yeah, treat you like every day's Valentine's fella Zion. Totally whipped in the jelly night. And I said that I would never set it down, never mind. I guess the heart is ahead of time. Used to keep a paradigms, now I'm up here. A dime came into my life and really shifted the paradigm. Pumalanga sigote, she hella fine. I think it's kellem die, dingin' is quella blind. Cheer, she turns me on when she acts like that, but she gets a little excited. Anguzindo zakdala, wanna know about my ex, why is that? Kancane X, Y, Z, no man, just know that I will never hurt you. And by virtue of that, you deserve shoes and perfumes. I'm giving you my word, boo, no side dish. You my main course, I'll never desert you.
Just the facts and the music you love on Channel Africa.
Show you how much sugar's over now. Where's all Tinte maloni, ubambala, unyegela. Esuku noma emini sweetie noma uthandola, ithembala. Tinte maloni, ubambala, unyegela. Esuku noma emini sweetie noma uthandola, ithembala. We got that gangsta love. Nothing can come between us. I know my best, just walk through my water. Let me hold you down, baby, let me hold you down. Let me show you how much sugar's over now. Where's all I love? Gangsta love, gangsta. Oh, gangsta love, gangsta.
Your Saturday escape starts here. Join Puleng Molebatsi on Out and About on Channel Africa.
Nandi Madida with KO on Gangsta Love. We are done. Finished. Not for the day. Oh no, the day is just beginning. Considering I have another event after this out in Pinori. It's gonna be a vibe, yo. I can feel it. Feel it in my blood. That's why I'm chilling, I'm resting. You know, they know me in studio, I'm always the energy, the bunny energizer. I'm just like but today I'm like reserve the energy. So the hour is done, you guys. We're gonna go to 11 o'clock news and do our artist of the week. But now Nosipho Zuma is on standby with the news.
SABC News. The African Perspective.
Your headlines. The United Nations Human Rights Council renews its call for the immediate withdrawal of sanctions against ICC judges and prosecutors. And UN Secretary General points to continued escalation of violence in South Sudan. Thank you, Puleng. Good morning. The United Nations Human Rights Council has renewed its call for the immediate withdrawal of sanctions against judges and prosecutors of the International Criminal Court. This follows the latest round of designations, which brings the total number of sanctions on ICC prosecutors and judges to more than 10. Special Rapporteur on Independence of Judges and Lawyers, Margaret Statterwhite, says such sanctions send a chilling message to victims of atrocities and their advocates who rely on judges and prosecutors for accountability.
There have been 8 judges sanctioned now and 3 prosecutors, so it's a total of 11 at this point. The U.S. government has explicitly said that the International Criminal Court is a threat to the national security of the United States and our close ally, Israel. I think we know the implications for the judges and prosecutors. They're severe. They involve asset freezes, travel bans, a lot of very severe things. But for victims, that's the most important impact here. The court was set up to advance the rights of victims as well as to ensure accountability for grave crimes. Now victims are afraid to engage with the court.
The South African government has attributed the growing tourism numbers in the country to its implementation of structural reforms. It says the reforms include investment in the rail and port system, which has led to an improvement in the movement of goods and people. Government also says the aim of the reforms is to drive inclusive economic growth and to create jobs. Deputy Minister in the Presidency, Nomceba Mhlauli, presented the quarterly progress report on Phase 2 of Operation Vulindlela and sent in Johannesburg yesterday.
The reduction in load shedding, which has resulted from the reforms in the energy sector, has had tangible impact on our households and businesses. Likewise, reforms in the rail system have supported the recovery of passenger rail services, with the majority of our corridors now up and running and providing cheaper public transport for the citizens of this country, particularly in our major cities. Going forward, as we advance more recent reforms in housing policy and the local government system, we will make progress on many of the issues that are the most critical.
The National Consumer Commission, NCC, has issued an urgent safety notice involving Chinese-owned car maker SAIC South Africa. The recall is specifically regarding the recently launched MG3 car model. The Commission says a seat defect in the vehicles could cause the driver's seat to move unexpectedly during a collision. The recall affects about 200 already sold vehicles. Peton Daba is the Commission spokesperson.
As a consumer of any good in South Africa, when a recall is announced and it affects your product or your vehicle in this case, and you are certain that you bought that vehicle during this period, yours is to stop driving the vehicle, contact the manufacturer or the dealership to say, my car is part of the recall, what do I do? If you are not certain, you contact the dealership.
The UN Secretary General has pointed to the continued escalation of violence in South Sudan, most recently in Jonglei State, which has caused many deaths, injuries, and the reported displacement of 180,000 civilians. In a statement, Antonio Guterres expressed alarm at inflammatory rhetoric targeting specific communities and the announcement of expanded military operations. He warned this would further harm civilian populations who were already in a vulnerable situation. Sean Bryce Peace reports.
The Secretary General also voiced concern regarding the impact of the escalating violence on an already dire humanitarian situation. The government of South Sudan earlier reported that 250,000 civilians were already displaced due to the ongoing conflict in just the first few weeks of 2026. Guterres called on all parties to protect civilians and ensure access for the safe delivery of humanitarian assistance and the security of United Nations peacekeepers, humanitarian personnel and their assets. The UN chief called on the government of South Sudan and opposition forces to take immediate and decisive action to halt all military operations and de-escalate the situation through an inclusive dialogue.
And finally, Israel has announced that Gaza's Rafah border crossing with Egypt will open on Sunday for people to pass in both directions. It's seen as an important development as the U.S. brokered ceasefire plan between Israel and Hamas moves into its second phase. The BBC's Yolanda Neal reports.
The Rafah border crossing has long been seen by Gazans as their gateway to the world. But since Israel seized control of it in May 2024, it's been largely closed. Numbers expected to pass through each day will be limited, but the reopening will raise hopes for thousands of sick and wounded Palestinians seeking to leave Gaza for medical treatment and others who want to go home from abroad. Members of a Palestinian technocratic committee due to take over day-to-day running of Gaza with oversight by the International Board of Peace will also be able to enter via Rafah.
And a recap of your top stories. The United Nations Human Rights Council has renewed its call for the immediate withdrawal of sanctions against judges and prosecutors of the International Criminal Court. Now, this follows the latest round of designations, which brings the total number of sanctions on ICC prosecutors and judges to more than 10. Now, for any stories you would like to share with us, please send an email to newsroom@channelafrica.co.za or call us on +27 11 714 4459. For Channel Africa News, I'm Nosipho Zuma.
SABC News. The African Perspective. This is Puleng Molebatsi on Channel Africa, every weekend mornings to inform your weekend activities.
Thank you so much. Nosipho is done for today with the news. She'll be back again tomorrow morning to keep you updated with global news. It is 7 minutes past 11 Central African time. Out and about, it's in its last hour. So on our Artist of the Week, we have Kapi Khantsu right now making his way through, born and raised in a small town of George in the Garden Route in the Western Cape. Kapi Khantsu is a grounded jazz, Afro soul and Afro pop musician. That is whom I am going to be hanging out with in a short while. And later on, we'll be looking at our weekly finds, where we usually find something cool that we believe is of interest to you so that we can make your life a little bit more easier. And yes, I guess I can only just do the right thing and welcome you into the next few minutes of what's remaining of Out and About, but just before we make way for Africa Chat Toppers, y'all. That's coming at 12 o'clock.
Comes to you every Saturday, 9 till 12 noon, Central African Time.
Ritmos e cultura.
com Jacob Tivani. Fiéis ouvintes do Ritmos e Cultura, hoje em linha com uma das grandezas da música moçambicana, porque não, ele que é um dos kings da Marra Benta, uma bermuda in the building.
É um prazer enorme estar a fazer parte deste programa. Deixe-me só saudar. Boa tarde a todos os ouvintes que me ouvem neste preciso momento. Meu nome é uma bermuda, de Alau Fanelo Estarapo, gajo água da canhela é mabiscato. Eu vou saudar de uma maneira diferente. Ah, tita buia, manango, tituma te fica guiane. Ah, tita buia, manango, tituma te fica guiane. Ani motive lo ababa yena otiva mina haikonama. Ani motive lo anona yena otiva wa himbo guarda. Cá estou eu, irmão, para conversarmos, para falarmos um pouco de tudo. Estou aqui, estou aberto. Eu estou muito feliz porque é a primeira vez que eu falo nesta rádio, falo para os ouvintes, então estou muito feliz.
Ritmos e Cultura com Jacob Tivani. Todos os domingos, das 20 às 21 horas.
Your Saturday escape starts here. Join Puleng Molebatsi on Out and About on Channel Africa. Africa, the pulse of the continent. This is Channel Africa, the African perspective.
mandivuke ngikubone ngeliso lwenyama ingoma ngoma zakho wena zijoga mnandi ezindlebeni ziyawufudumeza umphefumulo wami mna ziyayipholisane enhliziyo yami ziyakhumbula wena noma jile noma jile noma jile
Sounds of our artist of the week is Kapi Khantsu. This song is called Nomatile. Before that, we had a bit of Fire DML with Dope Meme. You're gonna get a lot of that because that's what music is supposed to do. It's supposed to raise your spirits and just sharpen your mind and awaken your soul, right? It is 16 minutes past 11 Central African time. Now, the artist of the week is here, but here's a bit of an introduction so that you know whom you're talking to. Born and raised in the small town of George, that is in the Garden Route of the Western Cape, Kapi Khantsu is a grounded jazz, Afro soul, as well as Afro pop musician with an undeniable passion for music, spirituality, and cultural heritage, with a career that spans several decades. Man, that is a lot of wealth, right? Kapi has become a celebrated figure in the music industry, captivating audiences with his soul-stirring melodies and also captivating lyrics. Good morning, and thank you so much for making the trip.
Good morning, Sis Puleng, and good morning to the listeners of Channel Africa across the continent.
Love that song. It does sound like the kind of track that can be made by someone who was born in the wine route, you know. I can imagine the peace, the tranquility, the richness, because you know we go on a wine route. You live there.
Yes, I grew up there. I was born in George. I was born in George in the Western Cape.
Was it fun though?
In a township called Timberlake. Yes, it was fun because that's what we knew. That's what we could relate with, because you are born there, you have no option. And lately, it's the place that when we're home, we feel, yes, indeed, this is Eden. Yeah.
What did you like about growing up there?
A peaceful environment at home, a good grounding from my grandfather, Umkenke, whom we dedicated our first album to, and my grandmother, Unowekeni, who raised us as kids in our dwelling place in George, and playing with kids, people in George, they coming from the Eastern Cape, from the area where I grew up.
Yeah.
But born in the Colours area, but before I attended school, then I was in area of villagers. People come to work, laborers. People come for farming in George, and construction work in George. So and the environment, very beautiful environment, traditional setup, and that's where music was introduced by in the fire at home, but later on, then the sound itself, the Zion churches around, and there was this Puti Oprah Henry, was a truck driver. I like to relate that story because of on Sundays, he will be off from work, then we'll go, they will have a band, a band in a lawn. So they were playing this sound that you're hearing here, Miriam Makeba, Hugh Masekela, Winston Mankunku sounds. And then we'll be there as kids watching Aboput playing drums and instruments. It will be loud. They will set up, then, okay, this is what I didn't know. It was an investment that time. And now here we are composing songs related to that life, and composings and songs relating to our environment.
While you're watching this band on the lawn, do you feel like, Mara, wait, I think I can also do this, man. I think I'm a singer.
As I said, I was taught music by the lady who dedicated the last song, Nomatile. Her name is Nomatile. The last song is titled Nomatile. I was taught music because of my grandfather was a reverend. So every day in our household, we'll host a church. So every day, there must be a song. So then we'll give each other turns as siblings and kids of the ref. Then that's when music was forced. I started singing alto, which is now matured to first 10 and all of that. And even in that setup, we started creating bands. So first band that we created after we broke up from GSGS was GSGS is George Spiritual Gospel Singers. Then we broke up, then we formed a band now with the instruments. So we formed Messengers of God, which was a gospel group. That's where compositions I've learned how to compose a song, how to write a song. So, and I saw the addiction in me that was more of a creator, because of, if you give me a song of Sizwe, for instance, I wouldn't want to sing it like Sizwe. I will turn it and rearrange it my own way, the way I hear it in my head. So creativity started very early. So that's how it's been introduced, and I think I knew from that time that no, I think I'm more of a creator of a sound than being an imitator of a sound.
Wow, that's very rich in terms of the musical pouring that went into your being. For you to find the sound that you have, how many sounds did you experiment with?
Many, because when I was young, as I've stated, we're in gospel groups, we're in spiritual groups like your your clap and tap music. We're in choral music at school. Choral, singing choral. We did R&B, your Boys to Men and all of that when we were younger. From Boys of Souls, we had a group called Boys of Souls that we've changed to Revolution. And we did campus dances, we did Skatamia. So I think how I ended up doing this, it's the sound that I'm hearing in my own head in the morning. If I want to, a song comes, it's about Puleng. Puleng, Puleng. It will repeat itself. So the producers will say, okay, this is what we're hearing. So I'm not going to the studio saying, no, I want to come up with Afrofusion or Afro-pop and Afro what.
Yeah.
But you bring an idea in terms of this is what I'm hearing.
Okay.
It's like one of the other leading songs that we have, Ekaya. Ekaya is telling a story of our setup when we grew up. So, Sihlele Emlilweni, usise sibalisela intsomi singabantwana. You see, bekumnandi ekhaya bekumnandi, with the repetition of a chorus. Ekhaya bekumnandi, iyo mama ekhaya bekumnandi. Then it brings now all these elements because of, in the other side there were traditional healers, and the other side there were Zion churches. So when you hear that song, you said, okay, this is telling a story of the sounds that I've been repeatedly hearing in my own head, but now I put my own creation on it, good enough that I have good producers that can take that story and give it the taste that you hear now.
I've always wondered, like, how do you build a song? But I think that kind of, it gave me like, oh yeah, that's how you build a song. You start with a melody and some concept, then you build on it, right?
Definitely, like Azania, we have another good song which is highly streamed, Azania. So it's about Azania, Africa. Our own country in South Africa. It tells a story that we're busy fighting amongst each other, but the focus has to be the birthright. What is the birthright? Azania. So we cannot get Azania if we are not united, but you tell that in the song. A lot of people that are hearing the song say, and the song, it's advocating also about the unemployment, that people must be working. Why in the motherland, but people are not working. Yet it emphasizing Mayibuye, Mayibuye, Azania, Mayi. But this Azania in our storytelling, it can only come back when we united, see Mbumba as Africans. So we must first love one another. We must first appreciate one another. We must first unite to build one another. Then we can have all these rhetorics, but we are not going to get there if we are not united. So unity is very vital and critical in these setups. So the song, it came like that, and then we started building the verses and all of that. But Mayibuye, Azania, Mayibuye, you see.
A musical break, still chilling with our artist of the week, and just getting to know the man, but also his musical journey is quite colorful, man. Makes you want to write a story about African roots. I don't know if you're a creative, do you see things in color or in words or in melodies? Really, whatever that feeds your inspiration, maybe could be just imagining how sometimes inspiration can come from home. And we're talking to Kapi Khantsu, and we're gonna take a musical break. When we come back, I'm sure there's many other great stories that he's going to be relaying for us.
Out and About with Puleng Molebatsi.
Chana golu jaga silwange ngekho waphilizo luyaqhuba hlabuhlezi namadla kushakwana sikhwithana golu jaga silwange ngekho waphilizo luyaqhuba Nabuhlezi namadla kushabona. My way, yona. My way, Azania. My way, yona. My way, Azania. Abantwana bafa indlala. Imisebenzi ayikho. Masonto mnyama uqelwa phansi yo abantwana bafa indlala imisebenzi ayikho jonzi sonto nsundu so siqelwa phansi yo my way yona ayibuye my way ayibuye my way
Beautiful music. I mean, sometimes I don't even think we need to reiterate what the ear can comprehend and already has consumed, right? So sometimes I don't even have to say it because we all know it. It sounds amazing. Kapi Gansu, that song is called Azania. You're also part of an elite guardians of preserving South African authentic sounds in terms of the kind of genre that you make. How did you get yourself into this this space? You know, did it come through collaboration? Did it come through building on yourself, your history, the foundation, not preserving, but refining the sound?
Yeah, it's basically the type of people that we work with, and also the music that we bring on the table. So our contribution is it's fully traditional. So we authentic in terms of the stories that we tell. You know, we bring the story, we tell the story, and the story relates to Africa because Africa, that's what we know. Relates to our village life, our farm's life. That's what we interacted with, you see, in life. So and also working with Abo Stemi Sotwala, people in the space, Abom Jalifa Tebe, people who've done good sounds and award-winning musics, and also now we're collaborating and we're working with a band based in PE in our tour, Kwamba Ungemi tour, which has taken place from last year. We're still continuing even this year. We've toured 3 cities, Cape Town, East London, then later on last year we were in Joburg. So we slowed because of the flow of resources, obviously, into our program. But we do those shows to bring back our culture and to advocate about who we are and tell these stories in music.
You know, I mean, my mind is still very much in the song and what the themes were, but this is now a general musician question. You know, it's got nothing to do with a particular album or your background or anything. When you compose music addressing certain issues of unity, for example, in Azania, when does it come to you to say, maybe in my own way, this is what I can do? Yes, there's a song which the message is loud and clear, but how can I be proactive, you know, as a contributor outside of my gift?
Activism has no structure first. Structure is formulated later, but the activism spirit is within. So you have to stand, you know, for what is wrong and address it. If you comply, then you make it right. So in our own spaces, we are very much active, even though we're not going to state on the platform now in terms of which organizations and all of that. But we're very much active because of a generation has to be conscious and to know where we come from. We are fortunate that we grew up in times when old people were still telling stories. They will tell you how we got here, Jan van Riebeeck stories, you know, apartheid stories, traumatic moments of the time that conscientized us to be effective in a space so that we know the difference between red, white, and green. So, but at this point in time, I think there's a limitation of that. Maybe a few families are doing that, but we need to get to that level of throwing and that consciousness in our small corners, in birthday parties, those in school in their classrooms, those at work in their lunch times, and we need to address the issues and to the level where people can form structures to fight these things. You see, so we cannot be tolerant of pain. You know, you've got to confront the pain so that you can deal with it. So the former generation, they did very well. So it's us now, and we should not be acceptive of those things. So if we have to tell it in music, we've got to tell it in music. Maibuye, maibuye, imbumba, imbumba, imbumba. Unity is the answer. We have songs like that. Unity is the answer. We've got to unite. Then when we united, then we'll find our answers. So that's how we shape a society, by the way, in my own view.
Yeah. Okay, so I did bring that out of you in terms of what you do outside of being an artist, which is activism and all of that. But I think music will always be the most uniting, the most telephone if you have to send music on the other side of the world or anything like that. So that is a gift, I guess, a God-given gift. What do you think, and I don't mean to take away from your spotlight, it's still about your spotlight. I'm just following a trajectory of what you stand for and who you are in that regard. What do you think the youth needs now to help them? Are we still the youth? I don't even know anymore. But maybe the young ones.
I'm 43.
Are you youth?
Yeah, in fact, I'm 44 now. I'm still youth.
Is it youth?
Yes, I'm still youth. I know youth ends at 35. But
okay, maybe the 19-year-old.
The way I feel, I'm still youthful.
Okay, maybe the 19-year-old.
Yeah.
Okay, the 19-year-old, 20-year-old.
Yeah, still. I think when I was, at about 6, so I attended, in fact, we were in a tavern So that time taverns were not even called taverns. Makai Sporty. We're outside a sportini, right? Okay. So there was this guy who came from outside our area at that time, but he was older than us. Then he called us as children, as kids.
Yeah.
Then he asked us what ANC stands for. I got to that that 1 rand. Then all of us.
You got the 1 rand for answering?
Yeah. Then I said ANC is African National Congress. Then he gave us something. So that time, an older generation will ask you when they'll get to your dwelling place, or if you're a group of kids, and bring you together and ask you, uzofundela uba yintoni? Then you say, then it goes. So to those who say, mna ngizofundela, at some point one guy said, ngizofundela uba lipolice, then they will be rebuked and say, no, you must, because at that time being a police was associated to being impimpi, right? Then conscientizing. Then he will take the small details and small historic information that he has, then he impart it to us. So at this point in time, I think youth, there's a digital space now. People need to read. People need to know who they are, or where they come from, and what is happening now, and the ideal state they want to see. Revolution cannot be past. It's what you see now. Then you form a revolution for the future. So I think we need, I think there's a little bit of that happened just 5 years back when people related fees must fall. Is that enough? No, it's not enough. I think youth need to form their own revolution, need to press very hard in terms of exactly how do we get to a state where this country indeed belongs to all of us. This continent belongs to all who lives in it.
Yeah.
How do we get there? So they need to ask those questions.
Okay.
So I'm not sure if that the generation is doing more in that. But when it comes to music, the guys are doing very well.
No, right.
In terms of
they're out there.
Piano and the I mean the lyrics and all of that, the guys are doing so well. So in terms of trying to give that consciousness, even those who are in relaxed spaces, in shebeens and whatever, but they can still hear the message. But I think they will still need more of the activism that is positive, not the activism that is full of complaints, because of you've got to take revolution to your own hands. Thanks.
Thank you so much. What are your social media handles?
Kapikansu all over. Instagram and Kapikansu, Facebook Kapikansu, TikTok Kapikansu, and X now Kapikansu. Kapi Kansu, Gantsu.
Okay. Thank you so much. That's our artist of the week. That was really, really beautiful to experience. I actually feel like I was meant to have grown up in George. Yes, so for sure, it's calling my name. But look, even if the thing is, the beauty is, it's growing up there, but in a village or like within those settings, you know, the peace and tranquility that came with that unfortunately we can't go back to. You know, things have changed a lot. All right, so thank you for coming.
And everyone, thank you. Thanks.
We're gonna take a break, and when we come back, more interesting things coming your way as we find something interesting for your knowledge.
Este é o Caleidoscópio de Canal África, com Remo Samo e João Yabalá.
A situação do ativista angolano Serrote José de Oliveira, preso desde julho, tem gerado grande preocupação internacional. Conhecido como General Nila e presidente do movimento União Nacional para a Total Revolução de Angola, Serrote iniciou uma greve de fome em protesto contra a sua prisão, que considera arbitrária. De acordo com a Amnistia Internacional, o estado de saúde do ativista está a deteriorar-se rapidamente devido à falta de acesso a cuidados médicos adequados. Para discutir o impacto deste caso e o estado da liberdade política em Angola, vamos conversar com Dito Dale, ativista e defensor dos direitos humanos.
Nós estamos diante de uma clara estratégia de aniquilar os jovens.
Porque quando uma pessoa está doente, deve ser assistido. Ao não proporcionar esses cuidados médicos, o que o regime quer? Não quer que esse jovem saia livre e com vida da prisão. Quer matá-lo.
De segunda a sexta-feira, das 20 às 21 horas locais, este é o Caleidoscópio do Canal África.
We are on Open Views Audio Bouquet. Channel 628.
Papilizo luyakuba Nabuhlezi namadla kushawona My way yona My way Azania My way yona indlala imisebenzi ayikho stima sonto mnyama uqelwa phansi yo abantwana bafa indlala imisebenzi ayikho jonzi sonto nsundu so sihuqelwa phansi yo my way
are on Open Views Audio Bouquet. Channel 628.
And I know in our weekly finds, we are going to get into, they're called petrol heads, okay? And if you're one of those, you like cars, this one is definitely for you. This week, the South African Guild of Mobility Journalists, SAGMG, has officially announced the 18 finalists for the 40th annual South African Car of the Year for the year 2026. And the competition is notable for the strong presence of Chinese manufacturers who account for 1/3 of the finalists. Now, car enthusiast and host of Rev and Reveal, Given Zulu, is here to talk to us. Hey, Given.
Hi, guys. How are you?
Good. Which car are you driving now?
I'm driving an F30 320i 2015, but not your usual because it's built.
Oh, is it your car or is it a review car?
It is. It's my current project for my YouTube channel, yeah.
So when you're a car reviewer, do you have like your car, your personal cars for yourself, and then the ones that you do for like things like this?
100%. So it depends on what you're trying to do with cars. But for me, it's not entirely reviewing cars, but basically trying to understand how they function, what they do, and how far you can push a car. So it's all about speed, driving experience, and comfort, and all these things. So for me, I have a channel car that I'm trying to build and make it something sportier and a bit faster.
So which one are you coming to fetch me in?
Maybe like a Jetor, you look like a Jetor person.
Yes.
You know?
Actually, just yesterday I said to a friend, I need a Jetor in my life.
100%.
You have a Jetor?
No, I don't. I'm really just studying the Chinese market. I'm leaning towards it. I'm very impressed.
Okay, so tell me what stands out about these Chinese models.
So my car is currently 10 years old. It's a 2015, right? It's a normal engine car. With the new cars, especially the Chinese brands, you get your hybrid cars, which is obviously you can charge it and you can still use a bit of engine. So especially for long distance, I'd save a lot of gas because then I've got a bit of both and I get to experience more. These cars have self-driving, self-parking. You're looking at still get the same power, but more efficient as well. Like it helps with emissions as well. So I think the Chinese guys really thought about the future and they really thought, how could we make cars more into our, or be like us, or be a part of our lives, but in a safer way. So I'm really studying the market. Anything can happen.
Okay, and seeing that the list is out, was there an event? Did you attend the event? How do these things work?
No, I'm just currently at a car breakfast run. So obviously people come with their different cars and we park, we view them, we just chat about them and where the markets, where do we think the market is actually going with cars. So I actually saw the list and a couple of cars stood out for me there. I'm not gonna lie. And I was a bit surprised with a few, but a couple of cars stood out for me.
Which ones are those?
I saw a GWM Haval H7. I haven't really looked into it that way, but I was actually impressed and surprised to see Haval in there. I saw a BYD Shock that's been trading. That thing is powerful. So I saw Alfa Romeo. I think it's the I'm not sure if it's the Junior. I think that's also part of the list. So I'm pretty impressed with those brands coming up in the list as well. But obviously, I'm team BMW any day.
I mean, is there anyone who's not? I don't know. There's always a conversation between BM, Mercedes, and that.
So I think Chinese should also go for that thing. When you drive a BMW, there's just a presence. The way people approach you when you park the BMW is just amazing. So I think maybe the Chinese brands should look into how can we make our cars more presentable in terms of presence.
Isn't it mental conditioning though? Because the Chinese are slowly but surely getting there.
Well, I guess, but BMW is a culture, it's a lifestyle. They've associated their cars with track raceway, power, performance, whereas your Chinese brands are more of home use comfort. Your Jetors, your Cherry Tiggo Pros, it's all about comfort, mountain views, driving to Harties with family, more boot space for you, electrical seats, wireless charging. They're all about luxury. Whereas BMW is saying, hey man, let's get some power in there. Yeah.
And I wonder, just quickly, okay, we've got a bit of time. With the rise of electrical cars, are we going to see quite a bit of that happening in South Africa? I've seen Uber have introduced electrical Ubers. Like, people are charging their cars, and I'm like, wow, feels like we are somewhere in China.
No. I think that's exactly where we're all going, where we're all going to fight to charge our cars. Funny enough, there's a guy who's got a car who's built a generator in his boot just to charge. So he always goes to the petrol station for petrol, not for his car, but to charge his car through a generator, which is so innovative. So we're going to have to find different ways of surviving with these electrical cars. For me, it's still going to get into me. I'm still a bit electric cars, man. But I think that's where we're going. Look, at this rate, we might have flying cars one day, guys. Who knew we'd have electric cars? Electric bikes, So bicycles are electrics now. They're going at least at 40 miles per hour, some of them. So I think that's where we're going as a country.
All right. I still don't know which one you're going to be fetching me in next week, Saturday, after the show. I will wait.
Okay, no, make a plan. I'll give you something special.
Okay. Have you like altered your own car?
Pardon?
Have you altered like your own car? Like, you
Yes.
personalize it. Is it the one that you're in right now?
Yes. So it's a normal 3 Series, but I've got a bit of software. It's downpiped, back box is off, exhaust system is done. I'm running 19 rims, brake disc, sports. So it's all of those things that you have to look into when you're getting a car. Boost pipe must be changed. So when you're modifying a car, also think of safety. If you put in another part needs to be prioritized as well.
Can you rev it for us?
I don't know if that's going to be possible, but there we go. It's pretty loud. I don't know if you guys can hear that.
We could hear it, but I think it needed its own moment there, its own
100%.
mic and its own camera and everything.
Yeah, I think I should invite you guys to one of my meets, then you guys will get it.
When is the meet? Is there meet and then meet?
So a car meet is basically petrol heads gathering together, meeting up and showcasing their cars. Like today we drove from Midrand to Harties.
Yeah.
That's called a breakfast run because it starts in the morning and then we spin our cars. There's helicopters. It's a whole vibe. So that happens like every 2 months or so. So I'll definitely invite you guys if there's something coming. I'm just still in plans. I don't want to say anything out yet. But I think you guys will experience it more.
Definitely, we are coming to the next one, and let us not hold you any longer. I'm sure you have to go back to the event, ne?
Yeah, actually, I have to. Yeah.
All right, thank you so much for chatting to us on Out and About. Have fun.
Thank you so much, guys. Appreciate it. Cheers.
And I was given Zulu, car enthusiast and also host of Rev and Reveal podcast. It is 5 minutes before 12 Central African time.
We are on Open Views Audio Bouquet, channel 628.
But I told you, like, the African boys is different, innit? Now you in love, innit? It's deep, innit? Yeah, and I be in Mayfair with my London ting. We don't play fair, so I kind of chase. I call it my Prada miss, cause about 8 grand, baby, knock your feet. Knock your feet. Knock your feet. Yeah, baby, knock your feet. Baby, knock your feet. Knock your feet. Baby, nah. She said she wanna go to Malibu. I do everything she wanna do. So I used to black card private wealth just to fly her through. You know everything comfortable. Told her meet me at the airport. Meet me at the airport. Nah, better yet, baby girl, won't you meet me at the clearport? Let's fly private. You ain't gotta pack a damn thing. What you think is fucking casual? Shooting TikTok challenges about who is more emotional, or talking on the phone for hours, or taking long strolls through the park. There goes my street cred. I never knew a love like this. You gave me the inspo for me to write this. You my future baby, mama, I want kids. So basically, girl, need a more life thing. So, with the ball drum, I don't really care about your man. I'm a pesa at the uppercut. With the ball drum, you ain't gotta waste your time. You will never find this kind of love. I want you, ain't yours. You know my love is true and soft. Love your new heels, you look cute, of course. But how about we change that to some Louboutins? Or maybe some Giuseppe's instead.
Summer Love by the Casparisto Wisto Caspanyo Vest. 2 minutes before 12. I guess it's time for me to get out of here. I can't stay any longer, unfortunately, because it's not my time. I'm leaving you in the capable hands of Africa Chat Toppers. I'll see you tomorrow morning, no? From 9 o'clock until 12 midday on Tech Africa. Bye.